California education officials expect at least some students to be learning from home, at least some of the time, when the new school year begins, even as the coronavirus pandemic continues, under new guidelines released Monday, June 8. "We know this is just the beginning," State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurmond said at a news conference. "The guidance sets the bar high, safety first." California's 1,037 public school districts have been closed since mid-March, with districts providing distance learning options, including online education or having students pick up printouts to work on at home. On Monday, the California Department of Education released its non-binding guidelines, Stronger Together, a guidebook for the safe reopening of California's public schools, on its website. "There are lots of questions," Thurmond said Monday. "We're all working in real time to get the answers." The initial version of the guidelines envisions many students continuing to do distance learning at least part of the time and be on campus either a few days a week or every other week. Students might also have staggered schedules to thin out the number of students in areas such as lunchrooms or playgrounds and to allow time for students to wash their hands before re-entering classrooms. Students in some schools might also stay in a single homeroom throughout the day and have teachers rotate through classrooms, and have meals served there, to cut down on the amount of time students mingle in school hallways. Right now is a critical time for districts to analyze their campuses, the footprints of their campuses, and make critical decisions about how many students they can educate with social distancing, Thurmond said. The number of students on each school bus may also need to be reduced, to allow for social distancing. Citing California's generally pleasant weather, Thurmond also said districts might look at using outdoor spaces as instruction areas. Not every class can be taught equally well remotely. The guidelines cite the often hands-on career technical education classes, which teach practical job skills to high school students. The guidelines note that school closures had a larger impact on special education and students whose families don't speak English at home, and recommends that districts provide extra support for them. Working parents may also not be able to leave students at home alone doing distance learning. "We know that many students need to be in class," Thurmond said. "But challenges remain," he said. "Educators have to figure how to measure student achievement when some students are learning from home. Students couldn't be penalized for their performance during distance learning this spring, something that's not expected to be true in fall." Also, Thurmond said, "It's important to close the digital divide and make sure all students have access to a computing device at home."